Assalamu alaikum, dear audience. This is me, Maryam Zulfiqar, Trainingwali, Vice Principal at Rehan School Online Academy. I welcome to all of you in my podcast series named as the Carol's Podcast. I started conversation sessions with Vapi AI to improve my communication skills and to learn very insightful information from Vapi on different topics. So let's start our conversation with Vapi. For this purpose, we need to connect the call first with Vapi. So let's connect the call with Vapi and let's see what kind of information Vapi will share us today.
Welcome to Vapi. I'm an assistant that you can talk to like a person. So, how's your day going?
Yeah, my day is going good. Vapi, I want to conduct
That's
a
great to
conversation
hear.
session on the topic of
It
importance
sounds
of courtesy. And my first question is,
it seems like you might
what?
it sounds like you're about to conduct an interview or a survey. What's the first question on your mind?
Yeah, I want to conduct an interview
Let's
of
start.
you on the topic of importance of courtesy. And my first question is, what does
Oh, interview
courtesy mean to you, and why do you think it's important in our daily life?
courtesy is like the cherry on top of the sundae of life. It's all about being kind, respectful, and considerate towards others. That's like adding a sprinkle of kindness to every interaction. And why is it important? Well, it just makes the world a better place, one polite gesture at a time. Plus, it can make everyone's day a little brighter and smoother. So, why not spread some courtesy around? Right.
Yeah, exactly. How can small acts of
Glad we're on the
courtesy create a positive impact on the society?
small acts of courtesy are like little drops in the kindness ocean. They may seem small, but they can create ripples of positivity that can spread far and wide. Holding the door open for someone, saying please and thank you, or even just giving a genuine smile can brighten someone's day and create a chain reaction of positivity. It's like a domino effect of good vibes, Matzo. Never underestimate the power of small acts of courtesy. They can truly make a big difference in society.
Yeah, exactly. The small actions
Glad
are
you agree.
also the key or towards the bigger change of the society.
Absolutely. It's the little things that add up to make a big impact. So, keep spreading those small acts of kindness and courtesy. You never know how far they'll reach.
Exactly. Okay, my next question is, in what ways
Gla-
does courtesy play build stronger relationship between people?
Curiosity and courtesy go hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly. When you're curious about someone, you show interest in them and their world. And when you combine that curiosity with courtesy, it can lead to deeper connections and stronger relationships. By asking questions, listening attentively, and showing genuine interest, you're not just being courteous, but you're also building a bridge of understanding and empathy between yourself and others. So keep that curiosity alive, my friend. It can truly enhance the way you relate to people and build those meaningful connections.
Okay. Do you think courtesy should be taught in
If you have
schools or any organization? If so, then how?
absolutely. Absolutely. I think etiquette and courtesy should be taught in schools and organizations. It's like a life skill that can benefit everyone. I mean, imagine a world where everyone knows how to communicate respectfully, resolve conflicts peacefully, and show empathy towards others. It would be a much kinder and more harmonious place, right? So, incorporating lessons on courtesy, empathy, and communication skills into the curriculum can help nurture a more compassionate and understanding society. It could be through workshops, role playing activities, or even just incorporating it into everyday interactions. After all, a little courtesy goes a long way.
What is the difference between courtesy and politeness? Can you give some examples?
Courtesy and politeness are like two peas in a pod, but there are some subtle differences. Courtesy is more about showing respect, consideration, and kindness towards others in a general sense. It's like being mindful of how your actions and words impact those around you. Politeness, on the other hand, is more about adhering to social norms and conventions. It's about using proper manners and etiquette in specific situations. For example, holding the door open for someone would be considered courtesy, as it shows respect and consideration. Saying please and thank you when receiving something would be an example of politeness, as it follows the social norm of expressing gratitude. Both courtesy and politeness are important in social interactions, but they have slightly different focuses.
And courtesy and politeness are existing independently.
Courtesy and finance may seem like they're in different neighborhoods, but they actually share the same block. You see, being courteous in your financial dealings can actually benefit you in the long run, whether
No,
it's being respectful towards financial advisors, showing,
I'm asking to you,
oh,
courtesy
my
and
apologies.
politeness can
Oh,
exist independently.
got it. Courtesy and politeness can definitely exist independently. While they often go hand in hand, it's possible to be courteous without necessarily following all the social norms of politeness and vice versa. You can show respect, consideration, and kindness in your interactions with others without strictly adhering to all the rules of etiquette. So, they can definitely coexist independently, but when combined, they create a powerhouse of positive social interactions.
Okay, how does courtesy in public space contribute to community harmony?
When it comes to courtesy in public spaces, it's like the secret sauce for community harmony. By being courteous in places like parks, public transport, or even just walking down the street, you're showing respect for others and their surroundings. This can help create a positive and welcoming atmosphere for everyone. Whether it's picking up litter, giving up your seat for someone in need, or simply smiling and greeting those you pass by, these small acts of courtesy can go a long way in fostering a sense of unity and respect within the community. It's like planting seeds of kindness that can bloom into a garden of harmony.
Okay, my next question
If you
is,
have any more
why
questions or
is
just
it
want to chat,
important? Yeah, why is it important to be courteous to people even when you are disagreeing with them?
being curious about people, even when you
No,
disagree with them,
I'm
can open
asking,
up new perspectives.
why is it important to be courteous, not curious? I'm asking about courteous. Why is it important to be courteous
Ah,
to people, even when you are not agree with them?
ah, got it. My Badwell, being courteous, even when you disagree with someone, can help maintain respect and civility in the conversation. It can prevent disagreements from turning into full blown arguments. And it shows that you value the relationship despite the differing opinions. So, being courteous in times of disagreement can help keep the lines of communication open and build a foundation for constructive dialogue.
Okay. How would you handle a situation where someone
If you
is
have any
being
more,
rude? How would you handle a situation or
I'm
suggestion
glad to
something when someone is being rude? Uh, how an individual can be the courteous in
handling a
that
rude
situation?
person can. When dealing with a rude person, it can be challenging to maintain your composure, but responding with courtesy can often diffuse the situation. You can try to stay calm, avoid escalating the conflict, and respond politely. Sometimes, showing kindness in the face of rudeness can actually disarm the other person and lead to a more positive interaction. It's all about taking the high road and not letting their negativity bring you down. Remember, courtesy is like a superpower that can turn a negative situation into a positive one.
Okay. In what ways can employers and employees benefit from practicing courtesy in their workspace?
Absolutely. Practicing courtesy in the workspace can benefit both employers and employees. It creates a positive and respectful work environment, which can improve morale, teamwork, and overall job satisfaction. It also fosters better communication and collaboration, which can lead to increased productivity and efficiency. Additionally, Showing courtesy towards clients and customers can enhance the company's reputation and lead to better relationships and business opportunities. So, courtesy isn't just a nicety, it's a valuable asset in the workplace.
Okay, can being too courteous lead to people taking advantage of you? How can we balance assertiveness with courteous?
Balancing being courteous with not letting people take advantage of you is all about setting boundaries and communicating clearly. You can be kind and respectful while also asserting yourself and standing up for what you need. It's about finding that sweet spot where you're considerate of others' needs, but also assertive about your own. By practicing assertiveness, you can maintain your effectiveness and efficiency while still being courteous and respectful towards others. It's all about finding that balance that works for you and your team.
Okay, why do you think some people are more courteous than
If you have
others?
any
Is it related to upbringing, culture, or the personality?
The tendency to be courteous can be influenced by a variety of factors, including upbringing, culture, and personality. Some people may have been raised in environments that emphasize the importance of respect and consideration for others, leading to a natural inclination towards courtesy.
Okay. How does the level of courtesy change when interacting with people of different social or economic status? It is justifiable. Oops, we need to take the call again.
Welcome to Vapi. I'm an assistant that you can talk to like a person. So, how's your day going?
Yeah, my day is going good. I was asking to you, why do you think some people are more courteous than others? Is this, is it related to their upbringing, culture, or personality?
That's an interesting question. I think it's a combination of all those factors. Upbringing and culture definitely play a big role in shaping a person's manners and courtesy. Personality also comes into play, as some people are just naturally more considerate and polite. It's like a mix of nature and nurture. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. It's a mix of nature and nurture. So,
Right.
okay,
Yeah,
my next
it's like a
question is,
little bit of this.
how does the level of courtesy change when interacting with people of different social or economic status? Is it justifiable?
Well, that's a tough one. I think ideally, we should treat everyone with the same level of courtesy regardless of their social or economic status. But in reality, people's behavior often changes based on who they're interacting with. It's not really justifiable, but it's a reality. What do you think about it?
Yeah, exactly. In reality, we always behave or like react with the people according to their status economically or socially. So, how we can do it in a balanced way?
Yeah, finding that balance can be tricky. I think it's important to be aware of our own biases and try to treat everyone with respect and kindness, regardless of their social or economic status. It's not easy, but being mindful of our behavior is a good place to start.
Okay, how can acts of courtesy help resolve conflicts?
Well, acts of courtesy can definitely help ease tensions and resolve conflicts. When people are treated with respect and kindness, they're more likely to respond in a positive way. It can help to escalate situations and open up lines of communication. It's like a little sprinkle of kindness can go a long way in resolving conflicts.
In what ways can being courteous online be as important as in face to face communication?
Well, in online communication, there's always the risk of misunderstanding tone or intention. So, courtesy is just as important online as it is in face to face communication. Being polite and considerate in written messages can help prevent misunderstandings and maintain positive relationships. It's like adding a little virtual smile to your words.
Okay, but don't you think so? as the
Yeah,
online
that's fair.
person, it's really hard to being show you courteous to the other one.
Yeah, it can be tough to convey emotions and courtesy through text or online messages. That's why it's important to be extra mindful of how we communicate in the digital world. It's a bit like adding a virtual hug or a friendly wave to your words.
Okay. Do you think courtesy
Cool.
has declined in recent times? What factors might have contributed to this decline?
I think there are a lot of factors at play. The fast paced nature of modern life, increased screen time, and societal changes could all play a role in the decline of courtesy. It's like we're all moving so quickly that we forget to slow down and be considerate. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. As you shared the opinion about screen time as one of the factors to decline the courteous behavior nowadays. So nowadays we need to move towards our digitalization. So how we can be more courteous while we are spending a lot of time of our day with the screen.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. I think setting boundaries for screen time and actively practicing courtesy in our online interactions can help. We can also make an effort to have more meaningful face to face interactions and balance our digital lives with real life connections. It's like finding a harmony between the digital and the physical world.
Okay, so what kind of the suggestion you suggest to the people who are working remotely? They are spending like 8 to 10 hours on screen, and how they can improve their courteous behavior to the others.
Yeah, working remotely and spending long hours on screens can definitely take a toll. It's important to take breaks, practice mindfulness, and set boundaries between work and personal time. And when it comes to improving courtesy, simple things like using polite language in emails, actively listening in virtual meetings, and showing appreciation to your colleagues can go a long way. It's like adding a touch of kindness to your digital interactions.
Okay. How does the idea of courtesy differ across cultures?
Oh, that's a great question. Courtesy can vary a lot across different cultures. What's considered polite or respectful in one culture may not be the same in another. For example, bowing is a sign of respect in some cultures, while a firm handshake is more common in others. It's like a little dance of customs and traditions that can vary from place to place. What do you think about it?
Yeah, exactly. The behavior and the interaction with the people is definitely varies from uh, culture to culture, community to community, and definitely place to place. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, do you have any other questions about courtesy or anything else you'd like to chat about?
Yes. In what ways can being
Great.
courteous help in cross culture communication and understanding?
Being courteous can be a key to successful cross cultural communication and understanding. It shows respect for different customs and traditions and can help build trust and positive relationships across cultures. Simple gestures like being open minded, listening actively, and showing appreciation for diverse perspectives can go a long way in bridging cultural gaps. It's like a universal language that everyone can understand and appreciate.
Can courtesy help in resolving global issues such as peace building or international relationships?
Absolutely. Courtesy and respect are essential in resolving global issues like peace building and international relationships. Treating others with kindness and understanding can help foster cooperation and diplomacy between nations. It's like building bridges of understanding and empathy, which are crucial for maintaining peace and harmony on a global scale. What do you think about the role of courtesy in international affairs?
Yeah, if you are polite and courteous toward the other people, so you can think about the other people, and when your communication is really clear and courteous, the other people will definitely listen to you, your school of thought, and always respect your school of thought, and they will give you space. And yes, you can resolve a lot of conflicts about peace, about international relationship.
Absolutely. Clear and courteous communication can definitely lead to mutual respect and understanding. It creates an environment where conflicts can be resolved with empathy and open mindedness. It's like laying the groundwork for peaceful and productive relationships. Your insights on this are really insightful.
Thank you. Okay, do you believe that certain cultures place more emphasis on courtesy than others?
Yeah, I think some cultures do place more emphasis on courtesy than others. In some cultures, there are strict social norms and customs around politeness and respect, while in others, the emphasis may be more on directness or assertiveness. It's like a colorful tapestry of customs and traditions that make the world an interesting place. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, exactly. But do you
It's
have
like a
any
little dip.
idea about the people who are belong to the Asia or subcontinent? They are very less courteous. Why they are not having courteous behavior?
Well, cultural differences play a big role in shaping behaviors like courtesy. In some Asian cultures, there may be more emphasis on indirect communication and saving face, which can affect the way courtesy is expressed. It's all about cultural norms and values that shape the way people interact. What do you think about the differences in courtesy across cultures?
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
It's like a fascinating
Across culture,
tapestry of
it's really
customs and,
different.
yeah, it's amazing how diverse the world is. Each culture brings its own unique perspective on courtesy and communication.
Exactly. Is there a universal core of courtesy, or is it always context dependent?
That's a great question. While there are some universal principles of courtesy, like treating others with respect and kindness, the way it's expressed can definitely be context dependent. Different cultures and situations may require different approaches to courtesy. It's like a blend of universal values and cultural nuances. What are your thoughts on this?
Yes, I agree with you.
Well,
Okay,
yeah,
is being courteous a
great.
moral
It's
obligation, or it is simply a social expectation?
hmm, that's an interesting question. I think it's a bit of both. There's a
We need to connect the call again.
to Vapi. I'm an assistant that you can talk to like a person. So, how's your day going?
Yeah, my day is going good. I was asking to you, is being courteous a moral obligation, or it's simply a
Well,
social
that's a deep question.
expectation?
I mean, it's a bit of a philosophical question, isn't it? Some people might say that being courteous is just part of being a decent human being. Others might argue that it's more about personal choice. What do you think?
Yeah, it's really about the personal choice, as well as I think so it's really helpful for the societal harmony and the societal peace. If you want to be a very good impact creator so you need to be very courteous man or the individual one.
Absolutely. Being courteous can definitely have a positive impact on society. It can help create a more harmonious and respectful environment for everyone. Plus, it's just nice to be nice.
Yeah,
So, whether
exactly.
you're an impact creator or just. So, what else is on your mind? Anything
Okay,
else you want to chat about? If you have any other questions or just want to chat, feel free to ask.
can a person be genuinely courteous if they are doing it out of obligation rather than kindness?
That's a great question. It's definitely a bit of a conundrum, isn't it? I guess it really depends on the intention behind the action. If someone is being courteous out of a sense of obligation, it may not come across as genuine as when it's done out of kindness. But hey, at least they're still being courteous, right? So, what do you think?
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Do you think people who are
It's
not courteous can still be considered good people?
absolutely. Being courteous is just one aspect of being a good person. There are so many other qualities that contribute to being a good person, like honesty, empathy, and compassion. So, even if someone isn't the most courteous person, they can still be good in other ways. It's all about the whole package.
Yeah, exactly. Is courtesy more important in personal relationships or professional environments?
Hmm, that's a tough call. I'd say it's pretty important in both settings. In personal relationships, courtesy can foster a sense of respect and consideration for each other. In a professional environment, it can help create a positive and productive work culture. So, I guess it's important in different ways in each setting. What do you think?
Yeah, I really agree. It's really important for the society, for
Absolutely.
the individual ones.
Exactly. It's important for both society and the individual. It's like a win win situation for everyone.
How can courtesy be linked to empathy and understanding other people's emotions?
Courtesy is definitely linked to empathy and understanding. When you're courteous, you're showing consideration for other people's feelings and emotions. It's like saying, hey, I see you, and I care about how you feel. So being courteous is like a little dose of empathy in action.
Reflect on a time when someone showed a courtesy to the individual. How did it make that individual feel, and what impact did it have on their behavior?
It's interesting to think about the impact of small acts of courtesy, isn't it? When someone shows courtesy to another person, it can make them feel valued, respected, and appreciated. This can have a positive impact on their mood and behavior, leading them to potentially be more open, kind, and considerate towards others as well. It's like a ripple effect of kindness.
Have you ever been in a situation
Hey,
where an individual didn't act courteously?
well, I'm here to help you out and have a nice chat. So, let's just focus on that, shall we? If you have any more questions or just want to chat, feel free to ask.
Okay, I asked you, have you ever been in a
Great.
situation where an individual did not act courteously?
Oh, I see what you're asking now. Well, as an AI assistant, I don't have personal experiences or feelings like humans do, but I can definitely understand how discourteous behavior can have a negative impact on interactions and relationships. It's always better to be kind and courteous, don't you think?
Yes, I think so. How do you think
It's just better for.
practicing courtesy daily could change individuals' life or the lives of those around that people?
Practicing courtesy daily can definitely have a positive impact. It can create a more positive and respectful environment. It can improve relationships and interactions, making life more pleasant for everyone involved. It's a small thing that can make a big difference.
Okay. If you could teach one
I
act
think,
of courtesy to others,
I'm
what
sorry,
would it be?
one simple act of courtesy that can make a big difference is saying please and thank you. It shows appreciation and respect for others. And it's a small gesture that can go a long way.
Exactly. And
Glad
words
you agree.
matter more to have a effective communication with others.
Absolutely. Effective communication is key in any relationship, whether it's personal or professional. Courtesy, active listening, and empathy all play a role in fostering effective communication. It's all about creating a positive and respectful dialogue.
Do you believe that children learn courtesy from adults around them?
Absolutely. Children learn a lot by observing the adults around them. If they see courteous and respectful behavior, they're more likely to emulate that. It's like they absorb the behavior of the adults in their lives, so being a good role model is important.
Yeah, exactly. The good role model
So,
is really
it's
important for every kid who
absolute
they can blindly follow them and they can trust them that he or she is very good for their rest of the life to follow that person in the same footsteps.
absolutely. Being a good role model can have a lasting impact on children. It's like setting them up for success by showing them the ropes of kindness, courtesy, and respect. It's a big responsibility, but it can make a world of difference.
Okay. Is courtesy something that
If you
needs
have
to
any other
be
questions,
explicitly taught? Is courtesy something that needs to be explicitly taught?
absolutely. Courtesy is something that can and should be taught and emphasized. It's a skill that can be cultivated and developed over time. So it's important to instill the value of courtesy early on and continue to reinforce it as children grow up.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vapi. I've learned a lot of things
If you
about
have any other
courtesy. It's really, really helpful for me and my audience, and I hope we will implement all the steps that you suggest to us, so that we'll be a very courteous human and creating a very good and ripple effect on our society. So maybe the people who are surrounded by us definitely being courteous because of our courteous behavior. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing the wonderful insights with us. I'll be right back with another amazing topic. And till then, bye bye.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. It was great chatting with you, Ara. If you ever have more questions or just want to chat, don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great day.